Hello guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today we will go over some designs I have come up with for walls or fortified defences in your Minecraft bases. We'll go over some designs using different block palettes and colours just to give you an idea of how to create walls and little tips and tricks I've come up with for doing so in Minecraft. So let's jump right into it. So the first one we have here is a simple kind of broken down wall design, like something you would find in a ruins maybe. I could see this surrounding maybe broken in parts with a larger ruin structure in the middle. We've just used some andesite, cobblestone, mossy cobblestone and all the variants with walls, stairs, half slabs, all these kind of things. Again, you can see just try to make it look as run down as possible, as this is the effect we're going for with this one. I messed up the ground a little bit with some coarse dirt and podzol. I placed in some tall grass, but if I was going to build this on a server or on a single player world, I would probably use a lot of leaf blocks as well and a lot more vegetation to surround this one. And that's what it looks from the other side as well. Alright guys, so the next one here is a significantly larger wall than the last one. We have more of a structured design here than this one. This is very uniform in its design. We have obviously the brick and all its variants with polished granite. Some glowstone in there for lighting. You could use a trapdoor on top of that. Just to cover it up. I thought the glowstone texture actually works quite well with the brick, so I left it in. The colours here I've picked because they do match up really well with each other. I can see this, you know, expanding in a larger structure, and maybe every now and then have a kind of smaller tower coming out a little bit thicker here and a little bit higher than the wall, just to break up that pattern just a little bit. But this one is actually it's actually 5, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 once we add in the details. So this is probably the first tip when creating a wall, because obviously, as you might imagine, the best, or one of the tips I would have, is to create depth. So this is created in this instance using the stairs, just to go in a little bit, and then with adding in the walls and a little bit of a design here with the stairs and the granite blocks. But obviously doing this, it means you're going to have to do double the work, because you need this at both sides. Otherwise you're just going to have floating glowstone on the other side of this. So we come around here, we have just got the exact same on this side. So this obviously is a more substantial wall than the first one. That is just a smaller design, you know, around our ruins. This one would actually be fortification around some kind of town or village, or even possibly a castle. The next one, again, we're back to a more simplistic design here. And this is like a wooden fence. Again, this would be working with a village setting, surrounding some houses and maybe a farmland. Again, we've just got some spruce, all this variants. We've got some dark oak fences, spruce trap doors along the top, and some buttons for detail. So the tip for this one, I would say, is if you wanted something that isn't quite as thick and substantial as this one, and obviously this would take twice as amount of materials, as you need to do the same on either side. This one here, we've just got a single bit in the middle you can see through, which is a nice effect if you have a village on the other side. And we just create depth by using fences, some stairs and half slabs at the bottom, along with some buttons to add in some better detail for the player to actually look at. The next one here is more of a traditional castle type fortification wall. Now I've created this little design in the middle. You can go crazy with these kind of designs using different shapes and different blocks in here. Maybe if the colour scheme of your build is, say for instance, red, you could use red terracotta or red concrete or any other colour variant. It would add a nice effect. You could actually do it so it's one, and then this one would just be flat, and this one is a design, so alternated in that way. I've just went for this one here. It is the chiseled quartz. in the centre. Again, glowstone, just so we've got some light when around the wall and it's not crazy mob spawning right outside of the build. I've made it look a little bit more run down with the cracked stone bricks in here, just to give it that more weathered feel that it's been here for, say, a few hundred years or something like that. Up the top we have some polished andesite, making up a portion of the walkway at the top. Speaking of that, I've just used quartz again, so it ties in with the design in the centre, and then some iron bars and around the centre like that. Now this is similar to the brick one there, with it being 3 wide in the main body of the wall. So again, you could add some towers to break up the design, but bear in mind that if you're going to build this, it's going to be on a larger scale build, and using twice the resources as it's copied on either side. So the next one is a little bit of a strange one. I've put it in because I just want to show that you can use some blocks, materials that I wouldn't necessarily think of when building a wall, but I've got this here. So obviously this is using the dark prismarine, the prismarine bricks as well, and some sea lanterns, and I believe this is cyan terracotta. Yep. So this design here, I could see it working if it's surrounding, say, a guardian farm. If that's something that you've built, maybe a design like this one could be around the outside of it. But even then, it could work as a, depending on the colour scheme or style of your build, maybe you've got a more fantasy style castle or village in there, then something like this would work. And I do realise that these designs look a little bit like the Eiffel Tower, but we will gloss over that fact and just reiterating the point that a design here in the centre sections does add a lot to a wall, rather than just having one flat wall with maybe a pillar every now and then. It's nice to add some kind of design just to kind of take the eye off of the, especially if this was expanding another 100 blocks that way. Maybe that's too big, but you get the point. So that's what I've done there, and again it's the same on the other side, and this one is even thicker again. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the main body of the wall here, and that's just because I wanted to create the depth with using the one main back colour wall. With the design, then that sticks out again on a frame around here, and then around the top I've just continued the bricks, but this could be used as some kind of wood or something up the top, if you wanted to actually have players walking on it. And again, some lighting with sea lanterns here and sea lanterns down the bottom. So that's my overview of some designs for the walls. The main tips I would say taking from this is, as we've said, create depth. You will know this if you've watched any of my other videos. Depth is key when creating the paths or even houses or anything in Minecraft. You really don't want something to be flat. So creating depth with stairs, with using maybe a 3 block wide wall rather than just the one, and things like fences, again, or trapdoors if you are just doing that one block wide, but adding depth is the main thing here. Another one would be to try and frame it, so you see that this is a more like a frame highlighting the design. I'd say this is more like a frame highlighting this design. It just adds a more interesting something interesting to look at with the wall again, rather than just being a flat wall. So that is going to be it today. Just a short one again. If you watch my path video, you know that these kind of videos I just like to put out every now and again. Just a short video tips and little designs for you guys to see. But I hope you all enjoyed, and please consider subscribing to the channel to see more content like this. Leave a like if you like this video and you want to see more, and a comment with any suggestions for this video or for future videos. But again guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you again hopefully in the future. Bye bye.